Right now at 6, a serious crash between a dirt bike and SUV is shining the spotlight on an ongoing problem in Waterbury. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Annette Montgomery. This afternoon, police are reminding people about the rules for dirt bikes and ATVs on city streets. As Fox 61's Alicia Hercules reports, neighbors say illegal riding has become impossible to ignore.
Police say illegal ATV and dirt bike riding is a problem in Waterbury every year, especially when it's warmer. I spoke to people here who say it's dangerous and disruptive.
The noise is unbearable.
Eddie Rodriguez says the sound of ATVs and dirt bikes keeps him up at night.
It's a clown, stupid thing. You see, they making wheelings.
Police Public Information Officer Sergeant Joseph Moraes says most of these vehicles aren't street legal.
ATVs are not allowed on the roadway, and most dirt bikes are not eligible to be registered.
In order for an off-road vehicle to be street legal, it must have certain safety features.
Headlights, taillights, blinkers, and handlebar side mirrors.
If someone is caught illegally riding an ATV or dirt bike, they can face hefty fines and misdemeanor charges. In some cases, the ATV or dirt bike is also destroyed. If you have a street legal dirt bike, it's important to follow basic safety rules.
Please, for the sake of their own safety, do not drive recklessly. Do not blow stop signs. Do not disobey traffic control signals. Please wear a helmet.
If you see someone riding an off-road vehicle on the street, call the police tip line. If your tip leads to an arrest, you'll get a $200 reward. In Waterbury, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
And remember to stay up to date on the latest news and weather. Make sure to download the free Fox 61 News app and turn on push notifications so you don't miss a single update. Well, it was a close call today in Bristol as teams representing Rhode Island and Connecticut fought to get a spot in the Softball Little League World Series. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson has reactions from our now back-to-back New England champs.
With a trip to the World Series on the line, the Bristol Softball Little League team swept away the Rhode Island team in a nail-biting sixth inning, securing a 4-3 win. Never count us out. That was the cheer for fans in the stands. After a tense sixth inning, Bristol quickly took the lead after being behind for most of the game and brought home the win 4-3. Go Bristol! Family, fans, and former competitors like Ella Rafferty came out to wish the girls well as they swung for a back-to-back slot in the World Series.
We started off playing against them as representing West Hartford, and it was really incredible to watch them grow and advance to this level.
Carla Rosak, who plays softball in Bristol, told us every game is a learning experience for younger players like her.
They're always communicating on the field, and they're always working together.
Coach Adam Whitlock said it is exactly that communication and trust that pushed the team through.
I think because this team has played together so long, there's so much trust and belief in one another that they actually saw themselves pushing together the next two runs and eventually the third.
The Bristol girls now head to the Little League World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. That will kick off on August 2nd. In Bristol, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
And right now, it's safe to say we are feeling the calm after the storm today with some beautiful weather. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joins us with a first check of the forecast. Rachel, beautiful views out there.
Yeah, it is stunning. We've got lots of sunshine, low humidity, and don't we deserve this after some very active weather? And we got more days just like it for tomorrow right through this upcoming weekend. 76 degrees right now in Danbury, 79 in the Hartford area, and mid-70s in Chester. Overnight lows will be in the 50s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. So once again, if you want to open up the windows, let some fresh air in and give the AC a break, it's going to be a great night for that. And again, we deserve this. Low 80s for a high temperature in Hamden tomorrow. We'll see a high temperature close to 80 in Guilford. The cool spots, as usual, here in southeastern Connecticut, Mystic and Stonington in the upper 70s. And you head inland, we're up near 80 degrees for Pomfret and Windham. And we're looking at low 80s in New Britain tomorrow. We'll do it again for Saturday and Sunday. So we're looking at those comfortable overnight lows again in the 50s. Kind of reminds me of early fall weather this time of year. Not that I'm trying to rush it, but humidity and storms return next week. We'll get a full look at your forecast coming up, Annette.
You're right, we deserve it. Well, the man accused of killing Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, as well as shooting 2 others, will now spend the rest of his life in prison. Vance Bolter was given 2 consecutive life sentences and an additional 40 years. The 59-year-old previously pleaded guilty to 6 felony counts for the shootings in June of last year. His plea was in exchange for taking the death penalty off the table. During the shooting by Bolter last month, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were shot and wounded. According to court filings, Bolter's actions were politically motivated. Police arrested a former judicial marshal on child porn charges just 1 day after he resigned. Investigators say Joseph Cerruto messaged underage girls on multiple social media platforms. They also said he had sexual images of children on his phone. Police say Cerruto first tried to hide his phone by stuffing it underneath a mattress. They then say he admitted to having faked accounts, but said he lied about why, saying it was trying to catch his girlfriend cheating on him. They say Cerruto eventually admitted to messaging a 14-year-old girl. Well, in New York, a beloved family farm market was destroyed yesterday in a fire. This happened at Buman's Farm Market and greenhouses in Penfield, just east of Rochester. The fire damaged most of the farm market's building, but the owners say most of the greenhouses were spared, and thankfully no one was hurt. That owner also said many people have now reached out to help, including neighboring farms.
I have gotten so many phone calls from vendors that I work with, customers that know me, and we've exchanged numbers through the years. Everybody's devastated, just devastated. You know, it's not just a store; it's a home, a place to come, hang out, talk. That's what it is.
And right now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. And 2 families were forced out of their homes this morning after a fire ripped through their Shelton condo. Now investigators are trying to figure out what caused it. Fox 61's Stephen Reels shows us the damage left behind.
Yeah, once the sun came up, you could see that not much really remained of these homes after the fire erupted overnight and captured the attention of just an entire Shelton community. Just take a look at this. The roofs right here almost appear non-existent on the 2 of the 3 rental units on this condo. Sides of the building look like they have been melted off, and you can see straight through some of these homes that you wouldn't have been able to otherwise. The fire chief here in Shelton tells me everyone who lived here were able to make it out safely before crews from every single Shelton station arrived a little after 10:30 Wednesday night. Neighbors say the fire started on the porch before it spread. Luckily, fire crews got the fire under control relatively quickly, but still took several hours to completely put it out. One firefighter was even looked at for dehydration, but they are said to be okay. But now 2 families, they don't have a home and have to find a new place to live and salvage what memories may remain in their former homes. And according to the fire department, this building is now uninhabitable. So the fire marshal's office, they're continuing their investigation into what was the cause of the fire. Once we get an official update, we will keep you updated on air and online on fox61.com. But for now in Shelton, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
After last night's governor debate, one topic is now in the spotlight. Should Connecticut get rid of their annual car tax? Governor Ned Lamont shared he supports the car tax with a cap, while his challenger Josh Elliott says he would favor abolishing the tax completely. Fox 61's Celine Arif spoke with some taxpayers about their thoughts.
Many people are tired of seeing this bill in the mail, and while some people disagree on how and where their taxes go, many do agree that getting rid of it would be a huge relief. Older cars, newer cars, and different makes and models. No matter what you drive, you'll get a bill for it.
This is probably my 2nd or 3rd year paying it this year.
Ryan Clark drives a 2015 Lincoln, and that sets him back about $300 each year in property taxes. The total depends on 2 main things: your car's assessed value and the mill rate in your town or city.
I'm sure no one's going to love being taxed on anything. I just kind of know it is what it is. We have to pay it as citizens. I do think it's a little bit high, especially considering I'm in college, so I don't have a ton of time to just work all these jobs and get all this money.
Between 169 towns and cities, the rate could be anywhere from nearly 70 mills in Hartford to about 11 in Washington. The rate is the property tax you pay for every $1,000 of your car's assessed value.
I think they should charge every place the same. But yeah, I heard that probably in other places they charge you more, even more than West Hartford.
Johnny Agrita makes a point that a lot of people argue. That's why 10 years ago, the state started to cap the motor vehicle mill rate. Right now, it's around 32.5, but it's changed over the years. Still, some people say even with the cap, they're paying too much.
If it's something to get the car tax down or possibly gone in general and make our lives a little bit easier for everyone, I'm never against that.
The tax revenue is used for community services like public schools, fire departments, and road maintenance. Some people like Agrita argue for how much we're paying into the car tax. The money should go a lot further to maintain public spaces.
They can fix some lights or stop signs or the road, because there's a lot of holes.
And no matter your thoughts on where the funds go, not paying the bill comes with consequences. Municipalities can ask the DMV to place a hold or stop on future vehicle registrations if you're behind on payments. And if you haven't paid your bill yet, you've still got time. State law requires a 30-day grace period, pushing the deadline to early August, but it's a good idea to check with your town or city for more information. In West Hartford, Celine Air, Fox 61.
A road closed down in Southington today because of a large oil spill. Town planning and zoning member Paul Chaplinsky said it was hydraulic fluid that leaked out of some broken construction equipment. It forced the closure of Savage Street in the area of Buena Vista Drive. The Southington Fire Department and the DEEP were both called in to clean it up. And now reports show the road has since reopened.